Uh-oh.
Some dance club in there.
Okay, so now, Olivia, I would love to go to your apartment, well, for many reasons, but I would love to go and actually check out the cache in your browser to see what kind of dirty sites you surf. Any good stuff in there?
There's pretty good stuff. I'll let you know. Okay, we are joined again by our tech expert, Will O'Neill. I have to ask you, you have a phone on here. It's not an iPhone, so what is it? Okay, now everyone around here is still madly in love with their new iPhones, like Kevin Pereira. You know, he's kind of like a sheep. But I thought I'd show you a far superior cell phone. It's the Nokia N95, which I put through its paces earlier today. Check it out. The Nokia N95 is a Symbian-based smartphone that rocks an awesome 5-megapixel camera and even records VGA-quality video. A multimedia workhorse, this high-end camera phone doubles as an MP3 player, as it supports nearly every possible audio format and even has a 3.5mm headphone jack. If that's not enough, Nokia ships it with a 1GB micro SD memory card for all of your files. When it comes to connectivity, this thing can't be beat, as it sports everything from Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to integrated GPS. Okay, so like you said, Kevin is a sheep. He has the iPhone. He wouldn't sleep at night until he had one. Exactly. This is actually the upgrade of the phone he used to have. Yes. So if he didn't have the iPhone, he would have this phone. If he were cool like me. If he was. So why is this phone better than the iPhone? It's kind of hard to sell people on that. Okay, well, this thing is like a super high-end, top-notch cell phone. It has a 5-megapixel zeiss with a Carl Zeiss optics in it. It's great as a flash. What's really cool about it as well is that when you want to take a picture, you just open up the lens cover and it automatically launches the camera application. Oh, that's nice. And it's very cool. It records VJ quality video as well, and it's shipped with a 1GB micro SD card, so I can actually... It doesn't have the touch screen that everyone... It doesn't have the touch screen, but I kind of like this a lot, actually. But it also has a 3.5mm headphone jack like the iPhone. But what the good thing about this one, though, is that you can actually access it with any headphone, unlike the iPhone one where you actually need like a little adapter. But it's pretty cool. But it has Wi-Fi, it has Bluetooth, it has a GPS, so it's super awesome. Yeah, it has everything, it seems. You know, the iPhone doesn't have a great megapixel or a flash, which is kind of crazy. So are there any downsides to this? Okay, well, basically, it lacks support for US 3G networks, but so does the iPhone. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, it's not like all that fast necessarily. And the battery life is a little bit less than stellar. And also, if you feel it, you can get about 4 or 5 hours of talk time out of this guy. But if you feel it, you know, take it out. It feels like it feels kind of fragile. That said, I actually dropped mine last night, and it's working perfectly fine. So it's pretty good. And one little scratch. One little scratch. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now, I heard it carries a hefty price. Okay. I know these are pretty expensive. They are. And this guy here is about $700 for an unlocked GSM model. But, you know, it's a full-featured smartphone. That said, I'd actually wait a few months, you know, for the price to drop before I went and drop a bunch of money on it. But it's a full-on, it's a full-featured smartphone. Like, none of the features are dumbed out. Well, you can wait and then wait for the next iPhone to come out, too. Nah, just wait in general. Nah, you don't want that next time. All right, thanks so much, Will. And remember, for even more of the latest news on computers, games, and tech, subscribe to the AOTS Gadget Prawn podcast, available anytime at g4tv.com/podcast. And everyone, don't forget about G-Cycle. It is G4's plan to reduce e-waste. Visit gcycle.org to find local places to ditch your old electronics and start G-cycling now.
Attack of the Show, weeknights at 7, only on G4.